Hello and welcome to another video, and it's Amico time again. And I don't know how, this might not be too long a video, but because I'm trying to sort of fit this in while I'm making dinner. But yeah, DJC is back with another Amico Forever video. Excuse me, my voice. I've flicked through this and I've noticed some times down when there's some good stuff to talk about. Him, Rab, Retro Advisory Board, and Nick from Geeks with Cash. They all think that the Amico is still coming out, and they all think that, well, let's just see how many, between now and Christmas, how many Amicos will get made. You play along. You have a bet as to how, how many you think will sell. Yeah, let's go. So how many will be made anyway between now and Christmas? Just put it in the chat or put it in the if I can't be part of the chat when this goes live, I don't know, it depends how busy I am on the Friday. Put it in the chat or put it in a comment. A comment would be better because the chat is difficult to find sometimes. Yeah, so we'll just have a listen to what DJC says at the start, because there's a question from Faded Lost who says if Amico can make it out before September 2022, presumably they could take advantage of the Summer Games drought. Thoughts?
Yeah, Faded Lost had a question, and it is a good question. If Amico can make it out before September, could they take advantage of the Summer Games drought? Thoughts? Well, the thing is, okay, so production units, which they've already announced, they're trying to get those out. What I'm going to guess and speculate, maybe by August or so.
Yeah. So DJC thinks the Intellivision are working hard to get the Amico consoles out. This is the company who I showed a couple of images. I've got more to show in a minute. He thinks that they're working hard on them and that they don't need the offices anymore. Yeah, because what company closes all their offices just as they're about to go into production? The production that they said about a year or so ago they were going into production. The one where OEB Pete just went a bit mad, going yay for about a minute. Yeah, let's just continue.
And that all goes well, then we'd have to look in how long does it take to manufacture, say, I don't know, at least Founders. So let's say
Founders. So Founders editions, I think they're going to be 2,600 of those, like the Atari 2600. So yeah, we're already going to get these production units out by August 2022. How long to then get the 2600 Founders editions out?
Say like 3,000 Amicos.
3,000 Amicos! 3,000! Do I have any bid on 3,000? So gone from 2,600 to 3,000. Good Lord.
What is that, like a 3 month for manufacturing? No.
3 months to manufacture 3,000 Amicos. They've not managed a single one in 4 years, but he thinks in the next 3 months they will make 3,000 Amicos.
Sound normal for something like that?
Nothing sounds normal about this.
I don't know. I don't think it could
I've
be
got
out
like
before
no estimate on manufacturing.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, Nick's thinking, I'm a geek, get me out of here. He's not throwing himself under the bus, whereas DJ Chuck is happy to. I said Chuck.
No, either, and that's what I'm trying to think is like, so you're talking, if you say everything went fantastic and end of August, they're like,
everything went fantastic. Everything went fantastic for Tommy a long time ago, and all the rest when they took your $17 million and stuffed it in the Cayman Islands or in a Swiss bank account. You're not getting your Amico.
Let's do it, and it's September, October, November. I don't think you'd see it. I'd say if we saw it for Christmas, that would be amazing.
So by Christmas, we're going to have 3,000 Amicos. Yeah.
But I mean, once again, I don't know. It could be, push a button and everything's ready to go. You know?
Push what button? Where are these buttons? Where are these buttons?
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But before September, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sure we'll see some production units going out around there, but I don't see the actual like units shipping to people before September. No.
Oh, at least he thinks they're not going to get them out by September. Well, at least we agree on one thing.
No, I don't.
Just before we continue on that one, let's just have a look at the the Amico offices as they currently stand, because this is on loop.net, so LoopNet. So I showed a couple of images from this before, or the other day. So that's the outside. So we've got clear height of 14 feet, 60 parking spaces, 5 drive-in bays, because you need drive-in bays to have, stuff being delivered. So that's from the outside. Yeah, it's all go. We've got the the boardroom there. We've got 8, for 8 people to sit round. Where there's there's a whole lot of work going on there, isn't there? They're all working really hard. That was the office where they did that lunchtime video on a Friday from, and they're all working hard and showing that the cornhole still didn't work, and they were going back to the drawing board. There's a whole drawing board there of stuff that it's really working. It's really hard, working hard on. Sorry. Keyboards, a phone thing that allows you to talk into it. Yeah, it's all working hard on there. Let's have some more. Yeah. God, what's going on there? Yes, working hard there. Oh, God, they're so busy. They haven't even got time to put up the ping pong table. Obviously, we can't see behind there, so there must be people working hard there. The Invisible Man's there playing, obviously, Evel Knievel. I think those light fittings have been taken away. I think looks like something's been stripped out there. Anyway, there's a kitchen there. Obviously, there's people hard at work making lunch. Lots of stuff going on there. A big room. Gosh, maybe if they're not working hard on the Amico, then at least you can use that as an art gallery. It looks like an art gallery with this is the Amico. That's the art gallery that's on display right now. That's the other image we saw before, because we had the outside one. That's the other image where they were showing, I think the cornhole setup was there, and we just saw what a whole joke the whole thing was. Big rooms with so much going on in there. It's brilliant. Obviously, sort of testing room here. A big thing to put your TV on. They never show the Amico booting up, so why need a TV when you're not even going to switch it on anyway? Hey, what else we got? Oh, they're working so hard. The kitchen, wow, it's all go, isn't it? I mean, it's all stop. Got this. I think this room here is where I think you remember them sort of leaning over. That Tommy and was that they had the Amico on there when they're pretending. Well, they didn't even show how it taps onto the key. Yeah, to the card taps onto the Amico. But that was the room where Tommy and John Avocado were standing in, talking about selling you those boxes of games that have nothing inside them. They don't have a tap card. They have a card, but they don't have anything you can tap onto the Amico to make it then download a game. And you can't. There's no game to download anyway. There's nothing in the Amico. There's no game to download anyway, even if it did work. What else we got? Yep, lots going on. Oh, that's the other room. That's from the other side. I thought, people were working really hard in there. They must have just hidden behind the door there. Yeah, I think that's what's happened. They must just be off camera. That's what it is. Yep, that's how lights work. You just leave them dangling there and switched on. And yeah, that's it's all going well there with the skylight open, because just if it rains, then that'll help your Amico go with a bang. Oh, then we're back to the start. Wow, brilliant! Sign me up. That's everyone's working really hard. Let's just go back to see the comments on here, because it would be nice to get the console, but the game's actually ready. The front end, the back end seems unlikely. No, I hope I'm wrong. DJC says, I've seen the first consoles in Pennsylvania and Boston. They work fine. In Boston, I saw the store working and witnessed a game being purchased and downloaded at $0, but it functioned fine. These units being made now are the final product, and I'm hoping they work great. I know the Retro Bro considered himself the official news. This is mad. This is utter madness. What the hell is going on? Let's continue.
Actual units shipping to people before September? No, I don't.
Yeah, I would say if I would hazard to guess manufacturing, 3 weeks minimum.
3. Oh, right. So he is putting his thoughts on the line. 3 weeks minimum to get your Amico. So DJC said 3 months. Nick thinks 3 weeks. Brilliant. It'd be like, maybe it's like 2 weeks, like the Money Pit, and then after you get past 2 weeks, it's another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. This is, I know Darius has said this before, and I've mentioned this, that he said it. This is George Costanza from Seinfeld. He always thinks he's going to get the girl, and even though when she's spat in his face a million times, he still thinks he's going to get the girl.
Right, and then you're looking at like 2-3 weeks in a boat.
Oh, hang on. TJ Ferreira, he used to be an okay guy, and he just turned into an absolute twonk. I wonder if Intellivision has access to all the parts. He blocked me from his group because I had bad things to say about the Amico. And he unfriended me on Facebook. And then he said, when I said why, he said, "Oh, I'm just clearing out. I'm just sort of powering down my friends list." Meanwhile, his friends list went up in the meantime between him unfriending me and him actually replying. As a matter of about 2 days. So he's just a twat as well. Any chip issues? Well, nip down the chippy. You can get chips straight away. Just about £1.50 for a box of chips. Yep.
Just to get to the States.
And
then you're looking at like 2-3 weeks on a boat just to get to the States. And then you still have to get them off the boat into the various different destinations. So get another 2 or 3 weeks there.
What on the boat? You've got nothing to put on the boat.
Yeah, I don't think
that's bare minimum.
I don't think if we're talking about founders, I don't think they're going to China for that. That would just be too much of a delay.
They've had 4 years to make these things. Why do you think they're happening now?
To get those over, and the shipping fees and stuff for such a small load is probably not worth it. They might just pay the extra to manufacture here in the States.
They're not paying anything. The money's gone. They're $10 million in debt at least. What are you people on?
Mexico,
get them out there.
Some North American manufacturer they could work with to get at least, and I don't think they get all of those Founders Editions out. I think they get many of them out. So it might be something of a lottery the way we saw with the Atari VCS when that came out. You had like a first wave and a second wave, and Yeah,
but Atari was still in existence at that time. Intellivision, the trademark lapsed, and now the offices are empty, but everything's still fine.
People were getting them, and once people start to get them, that gets a lot of pressure off their back. So if they don't get them all out at once, okay, it's not the best scenario. But
it's not the best scenario. At least I agree with Rab on that. It's not the best scenario.
But for them, I think it buys them a little bit of time. As far as manufacturing, 2,500, 2,600 founders, I don't think that takes 3-4 weeks. That's kind of like a max. I think they have one line running, and they could probably get out, 500-600 a week at least. So
500-600 a week at least. Amicos to make. They've got one production line running. I don't know about you. I can't see this production line. Maybe it's an optical illusion. Maybe it's one of those. Maybe it's a magic eye thing. I don't know. If you can spot it, tell me.
You're looking at like a 3-week period, maybe 4 weeks, to get all of those produced. Yeah. Then, if they're doing it in the States, they're doing it right and shipping directly there, and start shipping those out immediately. But right now, we haven't heard anything about where they are with the finalization of.
Yeah, you've not heard anything because nothing's happening.
Their pre-production. As far as the question though about do I think it helps with the summer drought, unfortunately for Amico, like if this was the first year or second year of the pandemic, yes, I think it would have made a difference because a lot of people were looking for a solution and nothing was out there. But right now, people have these systems. There are small games that are dropping. I don't think anyone is going out of their way to get something. Anyone who's looking at a games drought for the PS5 or the Xbox Series X or the Nintendo Switch and looking at like, oh, I don't have anything for this month. And you do have some games coming out over the fall to fill those units. I don't think they're satisfied with what the Amico would be offering. It's just not the same crowd.
There is no crowd for the Amico. It's just sort of, I know Darius has said this as well. There's about 20 people who perhaps still have pre-orders in, including you lot. You seem to have probably got 20 pre-orders each. I despair.
That's just my take.
Yeah,
You know,
and like to your point, if they'd done it at the height of the pandemic and people could have gotten their hands on it, people are trapped inside. They're looking for something to do together that they won't kill each other with. It's kind of an ideal time, right, for people to be able to get their hands on one.
Yeah, during the Amico, it was the ideal. During the pandemic, it was the ideal time. Pandemics, I mean, officially the pandemic is not over. It's not over until the World Health Organization say it's over. But people are getting back to normal. Things are getting back to normal. The time for the Amico is gone.
And it would have been a good personal story.
Oh, even if it was still $150 at nearly $400, no.
I mean, personal interest story for news organizations to run.
Oh yes, it's funny,
right? For people to be able to get their hands on one.
And it would have been a good personal story. I mean, personal interest story for news organizations to run about this little machine that is out there that is for families, and families are stuck together and they're able to play this. It would have been a nice kind of sort of cherry on top for them. But
yeah, these lots of media did have little stories out at the time saying the Amico's coming. It's something for families to get back together with, and then nothing came because the whole thing's a farce and a rip-off and a scam and a con, and Tommy Talarico was a con man, and they're all con men, unless there are any women there, which they're con women as well. But so all that's been and gone. You know, the nice stories. Nothing is coming.
They're going to make it.
Oh, hello?
It would have been a nice kind of sort of cherry on top for them, but they're going to make it.
They're going to make it.
Yeah, as far as production units, Cabero was asking. Yeah, those are basically it's kind of like this is the final actual production, like actual manufactured units. See how they run. See how they, I guess, basically beat the crap out of them. Yeah, kind of like testing.
No, that's pre-production. Production units are when they go into production. That's their official. Okay. These are what the consoles are.
This is going to be actual production runs of the console.
Yeah, pre-production units are what you're talking about.
Thank you. So this is going to be but it's going to be kind of showing that they're actually being manufactured pretty much. Sorry, chat's jumping around. Yeah, someone was asking this. I don't know if it was last week or recently. Is Tommy still going to autograph all the founders? Like I said, I don't know.
Is Tommy Talarico still going to autograph the founders' consoles like he said? Answers on a postcard, please. But say in the chat, say in the comments, do you think Tommy Talarico is still going to autograph the founders' consoles? I'm saying no. I'm going to put my reputation on the line and say no.
I don't even know if that's if people care about that anymore. They'd rather just have the console, but I think that would be cool if that still does happen.
Some funny things on the chat. Mickey Phantom, Tommy said he was willing to fly to China to sign the consoles. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It'll be a fucking long time. He is dedicated to the fans. I'm sure he will pull through. He got kicked out months ago. Where the fuck have you been? Good God.
Happen though.
I do believe so.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm sure they could. I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have the lenticular posters in there. They're going to have.
Where? What posters? There are no posters.
Whatever else it all comes with. So I don't see why not. It's just kind of funny. Is that still happening? It's still going to go and.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Go through and do 2,600 of those things. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff that was proposed, 2 years ago now. Yeah, he did say he was going to fly to China. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have to pull back on a couple of those things, though.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. And I don't know if we're in that big of a drought. I mean, okay, we're not got major AAA games launching, but
okay, so I think that bit's done. I did. What was the next thing? Something the Dorkside said. I'm trying to make this before I go and make dinner. So the Dorkside
people are having.
Is Tommy going to autograph the founders? That'll delay those even longer. Sorry, if he is going to autograph them. Oh, I missed one. Where is it gone?
But step a little bit.
Few AAA.
Where's it gone?
Zone to find something.
Hang on, we missed one.
Sometimes you have to step a little bit outside your comfort.
Mickey Phantom, Tommy's a man of his word. He is probably overseeing the production as we speak. He is gone. He's done his silly tour of playing guitar, of pretending he wrote a load of music for video games. He's gone. Why? What are these people? What is wrong with these people? I know it comes up. Big Block Plymouth. I think people are having fun being together again, so the Amico could still be a fun little party box. It's gone. There's also Nick and Rab will sign the Amicos in lieu of Tommy. Lol. Janon, come on, seriously. Yeah. Now there's one from Duckside. I know there's something coming up before I get to about 40 minutes in. Oh, Mr. Blackshoes, someone in the video comment was saying Intellivision still has no money to operate. Is this true? Where's it gone? Intellivision still has no money to operate. Is this true?
Putting out a console. As far as having 50 employees, no. Putting out a console.
Let's just go back to the start.
We had a legit gaming conversation. What's wrong with you, sir?
Mr. Blackshoe says that someone in a video commenting Intellivision still has no money to operate. Is this true? No, not really. I mean, there's still
yeah, they have money. They have $10 million. They're $10 million in debt.
Putting out a console. As far as having 50 employees, no. We talked about that before. Working out of giant offices, no. They got rid of stuff that was giving them too much expenses because they're struggling.
Yeah, because they're not making anything.
But out of money, no. I mean, they have to operate in some sense, But I think we're going to find out a lot more about this in the next month.
Yeah, we're going to find out when they file for bankruptcy.
Talking about last week.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear something this month, but
or maybe this.
I haven't heard anything for this episode, but I'm still sort of crossing my fingers that they are going to be a little more frequent.
Crossing your fingers.
Than they were while they were in the quiet period.
Right.
But yeah, they're still operational. They do have money for the operations. They're just curtailed quite a lot.
Chan says that Master Hig.
It's just mad at this point. Then we had another one. Sweet Tender Hooligan.
If you don't mind asking, he heard from Tommy. I keep up to date with him. I still talk to him.
So we go. If you don't mind me asking, when was the last time each of you heard from Tommy?
I'd say like a week ago.
Lie.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's gone. He's making. He's not talking to you. He's not still talking to a YouTuber who's got less than 1,000 subs. Stop taking the piss.
I've been on vacation for 2.5 weeks, so it was.
Wow, how exciting!
It was about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks since Rab talked to Tommy. Tommy talks to everyone. Wow. Come on, Nick, say something. When did he last talk to you?
Don't look at me. I don't talk to him as regularly as you guys do.
That's never.
I don't really have a phone number.
Maybe 4 weeks ago. Yeah.
4 weeks ago. Try about 40 months ago.
It's the end of June.
So it
I
seems like
hit him up on Facebook occasionally, and usually takes a couple of weeks to respond.
He's not responding to you. Piss off.
Yeah. Seems like Intellivision not concerned with customer. I think they're just concerned with putting out the console.
Seems like Intellivision is not concerned with customer confidence in the company. He says they want to put out the console. Oh God.
And they're done talking to anyone at this point, unless it, and I think they're still trying. I think they're struggling to catch up with the refunds and everything like that.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't work there, so I don't have all the answers. But as far as I know and what I've seen and heard is that, I think at this point they're just they want to make sure the console comes out. It's all about
getting
the console out, and then they're
not putting anything out.
Restore that confidence. I think they're 100% focused on that right now. And I think like Phil said in that email, I think we're going to see that hopefully this month or beginning of next month as far as what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty fair comment. I don't think customer support or service right now is on their plate, and it is unfortunate because they have spent a lot of time kind of trying to
scam you,
groom and excite.
Groom, yes, groom
this early adopter audience. So it's disappointing and a little frustrating. There's no way around that, but they do have to focus on either
ripping you off.
They're getting the system out or closing shop. So
they've closed shop.
I think if they are focused on getting the system out, as much as they've been bit for trying to focus on having an open line of communication.
Mr. Black Shoes, if they're really moving forward, why have they not announced plans for when consoles are shipping? God almighty.
And talking with us and doing all of that. I can understand why they've kind of talking with us and doing all of that to focus on having an open line of communication and talking with us and doing all of that.
I thought you said fucking with us.
I can understand why they've kind of closed rank and are just sort of focused. However, as a fan, as a customer, it does leave a lot to be desired, and it can be frustrating and disappointing. And you know, some fans can be angry with them right now for how they are handling or not handling that. I believe we'll hear something from them soon, but for Intellivision to take that step.
Yep. Gamer Blue, what's going on?
Right, let me just skip forward to about 47 minutes in. I think this is just for the last bit here. What was the question I've seen? I know, just it's around about this time anyway.
We think that's mostly like the retro.
That was the last. Yeah, that was the last official communication from.
Yeah, Mickey Phantom just says
that was the last. Yeah, that was the last official.
It'll be fine, guys. Tommy wouldn't let us down.
Official communication from Intellivision at the beginning of June. Well, June 9th, 10th.
Mr. Blackshoes, difficult to believe Intellivision has found new money or where it could have come from.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, and Mr. Blackshoes, that's what we're going to find out soon, dude.
Yeah.
I really believe we're going to find that out soon, whether it's do or die at this point.
I don't.
We're going to find that out soon, whether it's do or die at this point.
It's die. It's dead.
I don't. You see, there's been a lot of companies that have kind of come back from the brink, and it's like it's easy for us to say, like, I don't know who's going to put money into this. But if you go back and you look at a lot of video game companies that have survived, like near misses or bankruptcy,
Steven Tyler.
There are often a lot of other companies.
I'm a happy customer who's glad they're still trying to push through. Life ain't always easy, but the winners scratch the itch and the losers crying. Oh dear.
That can see value and want to pour some money into that to do some part of what they're doing. And I think there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we don't all have access to. And Intellivision would be absurd. It'd be poor business to tell us kind of everything that they are trying to do. So yeah, I can understand that it doesn't look good for them. I don't think
doesn't look good for Amico, for Intellivision. You don't say.
Anyone is going to say, like, yeah, it looks good for them. But there are a few things about this.
Who told you this info, Phil?
This console that I don't think we're talking about very much, and I don't see many people having discussions on certain aspects that other companies might have.
Just before we get to it, this is I think this is the last bit I'm covering. Mickey Phantom, do you think we'll get the rest of the Amico game deep dive videos they said they were going to release?
Interest in investing in the company.
Mickey Phantom says, "You think we'll get the rest of the Amico deep dives?" I don't see it coming until these things are out. I mean, there's not really. Do you think if they put out anything right now, they're just going to get attacked and criticized and stuff? I mean, that's just
not right now.
I think. Yeah, I don't think this will come out. Maybe later on. I know that they're going to do that later on, but
later on they have to. I mean, you have to have some sort of line of.
Oh yeah.
Later, tomorrow. Jam tomorrow. There's a phrase. You can't have jam today. You'll get jam tomorrow, and then tomorrow they say jam. You'll get jam tomorrow, and then tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Rab says they have to do something at some point. No, they don't.
I just have some marketing, but right now it's kind of put up or shut up.
They have shut up.
I think they understand that, which is why we're not seeing anything, because they're working to put up.
They're not working on anything. What the fuck? The fucking place is empty. What do you think's happening? The place is empty. It's gone. You lose. You get nothing. There's no Willy Wonka factory that's producing these things. It's over. Good God.
Yes.
And yes, I have talked to Phil on a lot of stuff. Like
you have not.
Like I said, I reached out last week on the show. I was talking about how I reached out to him and was asking about what's going on right now. And so I think we're going to hear something very soon.
I think we're going to hear something every week. I think we're going to hear something delusional.
Once again, no date, because I think anytime they release it,
you've got more chance of a date with Elle McPherson than getting a date for the Amico DJC.
Or say a date, that seems to be a big thing about that. I don't think until they are ready on a pallet that they are going to announce.
Ready on the pallet. You might get the pallet have to go buy it from a store. But yeah, good God, I did watch the someone recommended that patterning video after that I sort of mentioned briefly the last time. Yeah, it's worth watching the patterning video, because one of the things that's on one of those desks in the building is some Uline catalogues, which is just where you can order a load of stuff for offices. So that's on there, which means that these, as Pat said, these offices have basically been empty for months, about 4 months. So where are they making things? They're not. They've been empty. They've gone.
It's a date that it's shipping out, so which is good because they're mainly ready on a pallet that they are going to announce a date that it's shipping out. So which is good because their main thing is release the console. That's it. I know Phil just
there's no main thing.
Wants to release this console.
No, he doesn't.
Put it out, and everything else is kind of secondhand. This console has to get out because if not, then what was this all for?
A fucking scam where they got $17 million out of you.
You know, and like I said, that's my opinion, but that's also I have.
It's fucking bullshit.
I've talked with Phil. Joshua, what's happening? Hey.
I think that's everything now. Yeah, do you think we get an Art Big Full and the Pink Flamingo game for Amico? Enough of that shit. You can watch the video himself if you want to. So that's Amico Forever number 44. Christ, what a mess. Anyway, as I say this, I might put this video out a bit earlier than normal, just depending on sort of my plans for Friday. But this is just madness. Absolute madness. Yeah. Anyways, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure you have plenty of thoughts to say. Please put it in the comments, because as I say, once the chat's gone, then the chat will still be there, but you've got to sort of leaf through the video to see it, and you can't reply to the chat. Whereas if you put it in a comment, you can reply to the comments. So comments are better than the chat. Yeah, also just say one little thing. DJC at some point mentions he made at the same time as this was live, he put out a video for, what was it? TurboGrafx 16 Airzonk high score run. Can I beat the game? So part way through making a video, partway through making a live stream, he put out another video. Surely all your viewer are watching the live stream. They're not watching your Airzonk video. If you put out 2 videos at the same time, I know I did this recently with a couple of gaming videos because I just completely fucked the times up. But if you put out 2 videos at the same time, you're competing with yourself. People are going to watch one video and then they're going to ignore the other one. So yeah, so that's why after almost 24 hours he's got 45 views. If you put out one video a day, look at, it's just like put out one video a day. If you only got enough content for one at a time, for one a day on average, put out one a day. Don't try and shove out two on the same day and then have nothing for days on end. Space them out. That's better for the algorithm as well. But anyway, I can't be doing this bloody thick idiot anymore. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all notifications, and until next time, Q Genesis. Or shall I yeah, I will play the Genesis outro, the music, for the number of times, for the number of Amicos that get made between now and Christmas. What figure is in my mind? Because that is the number of times you will hear the Genesis music now.